Hi YouTube. Just another update. So I had like a little tiny setback. What are you doing? Um, hello, sit back today. At work and in my spiritual journey and everything. So there's something called a NoFap, and I truly do believe in it. Kind of staying away from sexual activity and stuff like that, conserving my sexual energy, and it makes me feel good as a person when I wake up the next morning. Um, but anyways, I'm losing my train of thought. Back to the update. So I was at work today, and I was working. I was training to be working in aisle 9 at the 99-cent store, but ended up. But the person who was training me in aisle 3. So the first day I did really good. She said I did really good, and sorry, I'm trying to gather all my thoughts together. So I come in, I help her, and I don't know why I can't get myself together to like put it out there. So I'm training in aisle 3, and aisle 3 is nothing but kitchen cleaning stuff, like kitchen cleaning stuff and laundry detergent and soap, Windex, that kind of stuff. So the first day I recognize all where everything goes. The second day she's training me. Well, okay, so let's get to this point. So then I end up going into my aisle, which is aisle 9, and she was training me, but I wasn't getting the idea of my aisle. I was getting the idea of the aisle 3, not the aisle 9. So instead of understanding the way aisle 9 works, I was understanding the way aisle 3 works. You get what I mean? So like it didn't comprehend it didn't make sense to me. So then the first day I felt defeated a little bit, but I still felt good because I did finish aisle 3. Then it comes to the second day that I'm training, and I do aisle 3. We bust aisle 3 down. We go to my aisle, and we're trying to do my aisle. There's 3 pallets that I have to do in my aisle. Everything is like over ordered. Like there's an excessive amount ordered and stuff that I have to put out, and it's just a lot's playing in my head. It's already coming up on time that I need to get off. You know, it's almost coming to 11 o'clock, which was the time that I was off, which was the time scheduled off for me, and it was coming so close to it, and I felt so drained, so overwhelmed, so tired because I had so much that I still had to do, and I felt like I didn't understand my aisle. And I had this idea in my head of blaming the person that was training me, which, I mean, I was telling my sister about it, that we have this thing where we blame others instead of really understanding what's going on or trying to get to the point of what something is I don't know how to get it out. It just like we blame others for what we don't understand. You get what I mean? And I was starting to blame her in my head, blame her in my head, blame her in my head. But really I was just overwhelmed. I was tired. There was a bunch of negativity in my head. And
Jojo, stop it.
And as soon as I was just thinking, okay, you know what? I just need to train by myself. I just need to get this aisle down. I need to, you know, I need to become one with this aisle, understand the aisle myself, so that way I can be able to put things together and know where things go and understand the way it goes, because I was understanding aisle 3, not my aisle, so I wasn't recognizing things. And in my head, I started to realize that, and I started to understand that. And I went and I talked to my manager, and I looked at her and I was like, hey, can I work by myself tomorrow? And she looks at me, she goes, what's wrong? And I looked at her and I couldn't hold it in, and I started crying. I broke down, I started crying, and I told her that I felt really defeated and that I have 3 pallets still. And she reassured me and she made me feel better, because she told me that I wasn't just working one aisle. I worked 2 aisles. I worked aisle 3 and then was on aisle 9, which has a bunch of stuff that comes in, and sometimes, not everything's done all the time. But in my head, I was rationalizing it like, I need to get this done. This is my task. This is my goal. I need to get this done. But she was reassuring me and making me feel better and telling me that, no, you did good. You're doing good. You're going to understand it. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. So that constant reassurance was comfort for me, I guess. And I just didn't know how to deal with it. And when I came home, there was meat that my sister made from the previous night, and I decided to have a piece of it. And honestly, I think it's because you get into that mindset where you're like, okay, I'm done thinking about things. I'm done. I want to be back in my comfort zone. I want to be back in this. I want to be back in that. And I wasn't realizing it until I started to think about the NoFap, because I was getting on one of my apps and I was talking to somebody, and they were like, hey, let's hang out. Let's do something. As in do something like sexual, you know what I mean? And that was like, I felt like that was trying to take me off my track. And I kept thinking about it. And I was like, you know what? I just need to sleep. I'm tired. So I slept. I woke up, and guess what? I feel 10 times, a million times better. So you guys, whenever you guys start to doubt yourself, whenever you meditate, sleep, get some rest. I felt like I was being deprived of my energy, and my energies were playing together, and I needed to reset myself, and I did. And once I slept and I woke up, I felt so much better. I no longer felt like I needed to message that person and be like, hey, like, I need your time. I need you to, make me feel good for a minute, or make me do this, or I need to feel good for 5 seconds so that way tomorrow I don't, so I can't mentally deal with my problems. And when I fell asleep, I felt like my body, my spirit guides, and everything mentally helped me deal with my stuff. And I woke up and I felt so much better. So you guys, if you guys ever feel like you're feeling overdrained or you're feeling overwhelmed, it's a human thing. It's our natural way of life. Just know, like, do some meditation, get some sleep, focus on something other than negativity, because negativity really does play a big role in our lives, and it really does bring down your vibration. So you guys need to focus on that. Like, for me, I'm learning. It's a learning experience. I'm doing things, but I'm trying to like figure my way out. Just that little bit of meat that I had made me realize that. And it wasn't till I laid down and I started thinking about everything, and I was like, my head was telling me, my body, my soul, me was telling me, I'm overwhelmed, you're overwhelmed, you just need some sleep, you just need some rest. And that's what I did. I got some sleep, I got some rest, and I feel a million times better. So you guys, if anything ever is like really bugging you, or something's not making sense, it's because your body needs some rest, your body's tired, you need to mentally think about things, and when you're sleeping you mentally think about them. So get some rest. I highly recommend some like meditation. Yeah, it honestly does help though. There was something that Aaron Dottie said that was in one of his videos. He said, we aren't meant to remember everything. Because if we were to remember everything and remember the other side, or the astral world, or the afterlife, or whatever you want to call it, whatever you see it as, or what you view it as, it's nothing but love and light, you guys. It's nothing but love and light. And if we were to remember that, and if we were to keep a constant idea of that, we wouldn't want to be here anymore. You get what I mean? And that makes a lot of sense now to me. We're not meant to remember all our dreams, only symbolisms and like the meaning of it. You get what I mean? We're not meant to recall 100% of like everything that we do. So just keep that in your head, you guys. This world here, the 3D world is a learning experience. This is a school. We're learning, we're here, and the more positivity that we put out, the more negativity we push out, the better our lives are gonna be, and the better we're gonna live. So I just want you guys to remember that. And yeah, I come with love and light, positivity, peace.